What's up, guys? Joe Munoz, OneStepPrep.com, and I just want to share with you, when you're looking to get your FAA ATP and or type rating, you're probably looking for the best value, which would be the highest quality training at the best price that fits your schedule in the allotted time that you have set out for training. And several academies will share with you, hey, come to us, you can do 2 sims in a check ride, 3 sims in a check ride. They'll sell you some program that sounds very appetizing, cost seems great, but there's one little thing I want to share with you, which is the prerequisite for entry into that course and what's really going to potentially happen. Remember, most times you're talking with a sales rep who's not a pilot. They don't really have an understanding of what happens in a sim. They don't know what an ACS, Airman Search Standard, is. The fact that you have to be able to perform to a tolerance that is a steep turn plus or minus 100 feet, airspeed plus or minus 10 knots, heading within plus or minus 10 degrees, V1 cut within plus or minus 5 degrees left and right. So if you haven't flown the jet within the last, say, 35 months, because most prerequisites are about 35 months for an upgrade or a prior experience course. You haven't flown in 3 years. Are you going to be able to perform to that standard? Maybe, but they never really share with you that what happens if that's not the case. What happens if you get to Sim 3 and your instructor doesn't think you're at the standard and they want to recommend you for an additional session? That price that they initially gave you is no longer accurate, because you're going to need at least a 4-hour sim session to get up to standard of additional training. And I say 4 hours because sim centers block sim sessions in blocks of 4. And what's going to happen is, now, whether they quoted you, say, 8,500 or 9,000 or 7,000, whatever, you can pretty much just add another 3,000 minimum of an extra sim that you're going to pay there. And the vendor didn't really clarify that, maybe perhaps because they didn't even really think to tell you. And the instructor doesn't really know what price you paid or what timeline they gave you, nor does it really matter, because you're just looking at whether or not, rightfully so, you can fly to the standard. So what am I getting to? Give us a call when you're looking at what academy you want to go to. We are a 142 FAA approved academy. We do have the ability to issue FAA ATP licenses with 737 and A320 type ratings, as well as give you the ATP CTP course, right? And it may seem biased, like, of course, Joe, you own a school, of course you're going to recommend your school. Well, it goes beyond that, because even if you don't come train with us, I would rather you speak to myself or one of our vendors who are pilots. And by the way, our school, owned by myself, is one of the few academies that's actually owned by a pilot. And so, out of full transparency, speak with someone who actually has your best interest in mind. Read our reviews so you can validate that for yourself. And even if you don't come with us, like I said, just get the best information possible for you and your training experience. I really very much hope you come with us. I know it will be the best choice, and we look forward to working with you here in Miami. All right, OneStepPrep.com. You can always call us, 786-536-2002. We'll see you here.